We're very happy to have you back, even for a short visit.
Thousands of fathoms beneath the sea in the fabled kingdom of Atlantis, Prince Namor I has summoned his royal council.
Recorded to you live from the surface of the planet Cybertron, where we're mining energon. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. Hey, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we are back.
We are.
We are. Who are you?
My name is Dom.
And then who are you?
Ed.
And then who are you?
I don't know.
I'm not sure either. After all these years.
The boy has
Bob.
no name.
The boy has no name. Hey, and how you doing? I'm Bill Sweeney. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. And we get together every week and we hang out and we talk about geekery, basically, mostly, mainly. Kinda. Sometimes. Just a little. But, yeah, we're a bunch of know-it-alls that don't know much at all. How about that? Mm-hmm. You like that one?
Yeah.
I just made it up just now.
Mm-hmm.
It's for,
Well, you saying we faking it?
I'll put that on the back of the shirt. Like in parentheses. Like, you know, put that thing on the front.
Put it
with a bunch of
backwards on the
know-it-alls
back
that
of the shirt.
Don't know much at all.
Yeah.
And then on the back.
Yeah. Put it
We
backwards
faking it.
on the back of the shirt.
All right.
And put it backwards, right? Reversed. So,
Be a little hard for them to figure out, you know?
well, that's the secret
It's
of
supposed to be a
life.
secret.
You got to keep him second guessing.
Episode 57.
Yeah, this is episode 57. Thanks, Tom.
It is.
Thanks. You will be the first person that I will thank this episode for putting me back on track. I'm sure it's going to happen again and again
So
and again.
this is the steak sauce
Put you
episode.
back on track every time.
You know, episode 100. It's coming up faster than
It's
you
coming
think.
up fast. We're almost on 60 because I can't do that much math, Ed. I'm small steps. You know what I mean? Baby steps. 3 to the 60 is what I like to say.
Okay.
Yeah, when does this show get Social Security?
But wait, what happened, Grandpa? He just had a stroke. It's going to kick in soon, I
Hang
think.
out with a guy who's had a stroke for about 2 weeks.
Right,
so.
very. Oh, well, maybe it's rubbing off. So, yeah, this is episode 57. We're here, we're hanging out, and let's get some official stuff out of the way real quick. If people want to email us, they can email us. Where, Ed? Because you send emails.
Podcast@wickedtheory.com.
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate you chiming in. That was helpful of you. And then if people want to follow us online, they can go to wickedtheory.com. That's where they can find episodes. They can follow all of us on Twitter. And let's give it down to front this time. Let's change it around. You know, Dom,
you can
where
find me on Twitter at Dom_Tory. That's TORRE. You can find Ed on Twitter.
At Edward O'Hare TBD.
TBD. Bob, where are you?
At Bob, WTPC.
And you can find me at Wicked Theory. So I just felt like mixing it up. Let's mix it up a little bit this week. You know what I mean? This is the mix-up. Maybe I'll mix it up so much I'm going to title the episode
So
right
what are you
now.
saying? We're going to end it now and start it
The
later?
mix-up. Yeah, this is it. We're done.
Yeah,
so
Before we
I'll see you later.
It's the
before we
Benjamin
forget-
Buttons episode.
fair enough.
before we forget, you could check out our other podcast. That's Preacher versus Preacher.
Yeah, Preacher vs. Preacher. That's the
That's,
way I'm going to start pushing it now, I think. So there's no confusion on which way we do it. But yeah. Preacher vs. Preacher. That's our weekly companion show for Preacher, which only has one episode of itself, but our show has 4. Which is craziest thing. Craziest thing. We did one of them live. A lot of followers that we have over on that account, which is Preach vs. Preach on Twitter, came along and hung out with us.
But by the time you hear this episode, the second episode of the show
Yeah, of the
on
series.
AMC will have aired already.
Excited.
So
So-
get excited for it, guys.
So go read the books if you haven't read the books yet, and then come check us out when.
And when you're done listening to this episode, go listen to the other episode.
There you go. Go check it all out. Just go check it all out. But then speaking of mixing it up, if people want to follow us, because I'm thinking what we're going to do is maybe people should go check us out on Mixlr, mixlr.com. We've got we do live episodes there, and I think we're going to start doing them spontaneously, maybe, and more often. But so people should follow us over there because they'll get alerts when we do decide to turn on the microphones.
Just how spontaneously are you thinking? I'm guessing you're thinking...
I'm not thinking like Thursday afternoon. Oh shit!
Right, no, but on the days that we would normally be recording our podcast, we
Maybe we just
might just
turn it on.
decide to do it live. That
Like
day.
right now for us, it's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday afternoon, and
Which one is it, Bob? Bill, 3 or 4?
it is actually at a time when we started. It was in between 3 and 4, but now it is actually after 4. It is 4:04. Error, my friend.
Okay.
That's ironic, I think. Don't you?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so people, check us out over there. If this is so captivating that you're like, oh my God, let me hear it live. Yeah, okay. Anyway, but you can hang out in the chat and make fun of us, and we'll pretend to acknowledge you. So come along, go over there, Mixlr.com, Mixlr.com/wicked-theory. All right? And we'll get right into the business here, kids. Right? Sounds good?
Meanwhile,
So yeah, this
So
is
we do
about
a
time
se-
for the meanwhile section.
Meanwhile, so what we do is we kind of like recap maybe some stuff that's going on, and we feel like getting it out of the way before we get to the news stuff. But it's usually kind of like what we've come across during the week, maybe read, seen, watched, absorbed somehow. We feel like chatting about. I've got nothing really in particular in my notes, but Dom's got something
I do.
that kind of pertains to last week's episode.
It does. So was that last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm not sure either.
Whatever episode it was, Bill opened up a loot crate, and inside the loot crate there was a oven mitt that we all thought was fucking awesome.
I stuffed it
And
and hung it up on the wall.
It was decorated to look like the Infinity Gauntlet.
Thanos.
Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet from Marvel Comics. And Bleeding Cool actually posted an article a couple days ago saying that Loot Crate has now recalled all of those oven mitts because
Yeah.
people are getting burned
Yeah,
severely.
it's not
while
as
using
infinite as they might have thought.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
granted,
are
as soon
you-
as I put it on, I knew that A, I did not have the powers of Thanos, and that B, it would not save me in any way, shape, or form from heat of any kind.
So what you're saying is that this thing really doesn't look like it's suitable for use as an oven mitt.
Absolutely not.
So
Turns out-
So in retrospect, what we're kind of hinting at is that people aren't too bright.
Well, yeah, because that's one of the things that I thought was funny.
well,
Is it's like,
it is it's called an oven mitt. You would think that's what it's
Yeah.
used for.
yeah, I think the thing is always that I'm surprised if anyone actually used it. That's my thing because
Maybe-
it's collectible. It's like when you get like we gave Ed Heavey from Outsiders a gift when he came, and we gave him an apron from Breaking Bad.
Pollos Hermanos.
Pollos Hermanos apron.
That
And he
was
put
very
up
cool apron.
it was very cool, and he actually used it. And I'm not saying, hey, don't use our gift, but what I am always worried about is that collectibles that serve a purpose and a use.
Yeah, really aren't
it's
made
like,
for that use.
it's like salt and pepper shakers from Star Wars, like in a ceramic. Like I see these sometimes, or these kinds of things, and I'm like, I'm gonna drop that one day. Like I don't know, like if it was a regular, stupid square salt and pepper shaker.
See, but you're
like,
you're giving it intrinsic value. That's the problem.
well, don't you?
Is they're salt shakers?
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes the collectability
Yeah.
and practicality shouldn't cross over, because then you
Right.
get situations like this where like somebody makes something because it's a cool idea. Like, hey, let's make an oven mitt that's shaped like and looks like Thanos' glove, but it's not really an oven mitt.
Now-
Then people are going to use it for another mitt, and they're going to have fucking this on their hands for the rest of their life.
And I wouldn't be surprised if people who designed this were thinking, well, come on, these guys, the kinds of guys who are going to have this are not the kinds of guys who are going to use it. They're going to be the
What's it
ones who
gonna be,
keep
a
it in the
toaster
box,
oven?
and
Right.
they're going to display a picture in the front that they take of it when they get it.
Right. These
in the
guys don't
front.
cook.
Yeah,
These guys-
these guys aren't going to actually use this thing.
They're going to take stuff out of the microwave or the toaster oven. How hot is it going to get?
So
But actually, what I was thinking was maybe to get by the law and all the legalities, it's actually supposed to just be used for an easy bake oven.
Right. It's supposed to come from Fisher Price.
And I think the important thing that all the listeners need to know,
Yeah, the takeaway.
is that Bill is okay.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yes,
I don't mind that
you're-
it's melted to my hand, and I will always have the Infinity Gauntlet now
That you're
adhered
safe.
to me. You know what I mean?
You know.
That's good. It's good.
Oh,
Actually,
no, sounds
what's
like a
funny is that
Thanos side story.
Really, it's more Bob's okay because Bob's the cook of the two.
in this house, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, for this run. But I guess that's it. Once Dom had something. That was it for you, right? In the meanwhiles,
Yeah,
I think
and then,
Ed might have something in the meanwhiles.
Yeah.
So what is this? Now this is my choice. I get to
Yes.
pick whichever one I feel like letting you talk about.
Yeah.
Either some DC Comics that came out this week. They had their relaunch.
Since I don't
Or-
care about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Well, that was the other option, right?
DC Comics.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put it behind DC Comics too, because I talked to you on the phone during the week,
Yes,
and
we
I already
did. You
know
did
some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Give it your rating.
Okay.
Straight to the rating.
3 American tacos.
3 American tacos for Teenage
Yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The one little thing.
I said just the rating.
Your kids will love it.
There you go. That's
Okay.
that's the takeaway from the phone call. That's actually what I got. Kids are gonna love it more, even though they didn't grow up with that show.
Yeah.
No, every
Fair
generation grew up with some variation of. TV
Yeah, it
series.
doesn't stray too far.
But DC Comics, we had the DC Universe Rebirth last
Rebirth.
week. And this Wednesday, another round, their first Rebirth one-shots, which aren't the number ones. Those are coming soon.
Yeah, this could be confusing, I think,
But
it took me a moment. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, there's one issue Rebirth books.
Yeah.
And
So
then the
basically-
series actually launched the next month
Yeah.
with another number one.
Yeah, so they're relaunching a
Okay.
bunch of titles, and they're prefacing each of them with a rebirth. And there were 4, I believe, that came out last week. And
Don't fucking cry about it.
no,
It sounded like I know he was having like a burp
it was
moment
cool
there,
because
but
right from the moment you could tell that they're getting back to the DC that I know and love.
yeah, absolutely.
Especially Green Arrow Rebirth #1.
Okay.
Which had
Are there tear stains on the book now from you reading it?
No.
Okay, all right, all right.
Not tears anyway.
Did they still call him Ollie, or did they give him like a masculine name now?
Well, I will tell you this was the
What,
first
like Wally?
Fair enough.
This was the first extended encounter between Oliver Queen and Dinah Lance, the Black Canary.
Aha.
So you can see that budding romance
All
starting.
right. What else did you read from the line? You read the whole line. You picked up all the books
Oh yeah,
from
I
last
picked
week.
up all 4. Superman
Okay.
was really cool because you think, it was cool because Superman sets out going to bring the other dead Superman back to life, and
Because that's always a good thing to do.
yeah. Well, cause
No, I just mean
Superman-
bringing anybody back to life.
Yeah, or
You
just
know.
because like he expected that what happened to him would happen to the other guy.
And meanwhile, it's going to be Pet Cemetery, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna get Bizarro Superman, the undead version.
No, actually, but it basically came to the conclusion that he can't bring him back
It's just not going to work.
because his Fortress of Solitude doesn't have a
Because
regenerator.
it's Superman and there can only be one.
There you go. Unless it's the Chinese new Superman that they got, which is just weird. But okay.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
saw that in the.
they're
PlayStation.
trying.
Yeah,
but
no,
I don't know.
They started out small this week.
I'm not big on the mantle thing anymore.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like you dilute it a little bit. Like when you got everything is a mantle now. You
Yeah.
know, it's 2,500 Spider-Man. There's 6 different Wolverines. There's 25 people running around as a bat, something or other. 25 different versions of Superman now. It's just the family.
Jesus.
It's the family. The mantle thing. It takes away. All of a sudden, he's not special anymore.
But
He's not singular.
the thing that's just interesting with this idea is that
Yeah, let's get back to that. Yeah.
this Superman is the pre-New 52 Superman.
Like for sure.
Yes.
Like the
Yes.
pre fuck up Superman, basically.
Yeah. So and what happened was the fucked up Superman
Right.
was
This is before the ball drops.
Spoilers if you haven't
Well-
read The Last Days of Superman, which I
Well-
believe was the story arc that ended that run.
Fair enough.
Superman dies. The New 52 Superman dies.
Oh my God!
But
Like,
now,
how do they kill him?
I don't remember.
Autoerotic self-asphyxiation.
I didn't read it. They just showed up, and he's a canister of ashes now.
Well, that's
So
we're not even going to explain it. He's just a can of ashes.
yeah.
They
Okay.
just exchanged
I'll
the
take
sun
that.
for an energizer.
Yeah.
I know that's not
super
quite how
heavy
it went,
duty battery.
but-
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure,
he
but-
sacrificed himself and just basically
Yeah, that's all you need to know, right? Hero
he
sacrifice. Okay.
Yeah, but it was
Point
also
being-
kind of what's funny is the the metatextual thing of DC saying we really fucked up Superman so
yes.
much that we've got to kill him and bring back the one that you like.
So let's burn through the other ones real quick. What else did you read?
Green Lanterns. It's lanterns plural.
Okay.
And it's Simon Baz and I forget her name, Jennifer.
Tilly.
Yes. Are the Green Lanterns left in charge of Earth? So
Oh, okay.
it's like a buddy cop story.
Okay.
And Batman was okay.
Yeah, I read Batman. I read the Batman.
Batman was Batman.
Batman was okay. I'll agree with that high-pitched review.
I plan on picking up all of those.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't get to the comic shop this week.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Batman's probably in your bag. I know that. So
Batman definitely is. I think I actually filled out a rebirth
certificate
certificate
of redemption.
For my
Please
pull
give
list,
me these.
so I will be achieving all of them as soon as I enter
Baby,
the store next week.
Babyface over at the shop texted me today, actually. He was like, am I giving you all of them? Because I didn't fill out anything, so he never knows what to do then with people who were on that level where it's like, meh. I'm like, no, just Just Batman for now.
Yeah.
We'll see how it all shakes out. Like, you know what I mean? But the only one I might have
give at least the Rebirth one-shots a chance because I know that some of the new 52 titles were very good, like Aquaman.
Yeah. And they're probably, they're all worth a sampling
anyways.
that way, too, in a way, I think.
Yeah. So, I'll probably sample all of them. I'm not really sure if I'm going to pick up the actual number ones for all of them.
I would just like to say, officially, I think that probably the last raise that Ed got has now basically going to disappear. He'll be back to whatever his salary was before that last moment. That little bump up where he's like, yeah, I'm going to start buying comics again. And now it's like, yeah, buddy, you're back to eating ramen for dinner.
All right, so
he's going to be back. He's going to be back so hard. Watch this.
I already know it. I know it.
His eyes are watery right now.
It's the kind of thing like you read that Green Arrow comic when they
all right.
Oh, they know each other now. Oh, they're gonna get married.
That was so fucking nerdy.
Oh, come on.
It's like they know each other. Like it's so fan. When that kind of stuff is like the cool shit. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, now they're related. That makes it make sense.
Because they don't know, but I know.
Exactly.
I know.
They're talking. They wrote this for me.
Oh, it's the Leia and
Luke kind of thing. One of these kinds of subtextual things that only like you pick up. Which was great about. That's actually what was great about the DC Rebirth 0 issue or the whole universe kickoff thing. You did read that right, though, right, Tom?
Yeah.
Is that it was just, you could feel that hand. I think we spoke about it last week.
Yeah.
So enough about this. But, all right. So then that wraps up the Meanwhile stuff because I really didn't have anything.
So
Bob,
it's time for some news.
I don't think you really bring anything, right? In particular. That's fine. But you know what you do bring, buddy? You bring that sick-ass news theme that we've cooked up. That is for the news segment that we do.
What? I'm sorry, what theme? You mean this theme?
Well, yeah, it definitely is that one.
All right, Ed.
Oh,
What do we
just
got
making
first
sure.
on the news
Let me know when you need it. I'll play it then.
All right, let's go.
All right.
I love it, by the way.
Jumping up, first article up here, which is that the X-Men spinoff Legion is getting a series order from FX.
Yeah, they released a still photo of the main character looking scruffy in a hallway, basically, I think.
Yes, David Haller, played by Dan Stevens, who is the son of X-Men founder Charles Xavier.
Are we going to call him Chaz in this one? How come no one calls him Chaz? I was just thinking, right? Because isn't that a nickname for Charlie?
Yes.
For Charles?
Chaz.
Yeah.
I actually prefer Chuck.
Yeah. He does
Chaz
it.
Michaels.
He does. He gets Chuck once in a while from people in the comics and Charlie, I think. But it's only like characters like Wolverine or Deadpool that do that shit. But no one calls him Chaz. And I think that don't steal the idea. When I get hired to write X-Men, that's going to be my thing.
Well, I feel like if you can only call someone Chaz if there's also a Stu in the room.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking you really can't call anyone Chaz unless they're transgender.
Is that okay? I'm not sure the connection, but
Chaz Bono.
Oh fuck! I didn't catch it. You're right. There you go.
Wasn't Chaz
Ding.
Chucky's dad on Rugrats?
Yep.
There you go.
A little bit before.
Could be. Yeah,
that was posted. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Bob. Could be. Didn't watch it. I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna watch it probably.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
You get 8 episodes. Slated to premiere early 2017.
And what's the network on that? FX.
FX.
I'm interested. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing stuff trickle out from it. Because now that it's official, we should start getting photos. And
I really haven't heard much about it since the announcement that it was being made.
And Audrey Plaza's in it too, right?
Yes.
Aubrey Plaza. Yeah.
I'm a fan of her.
Yes.
I like her best when she's on a couch on talk shows and she's all awkward as fuck. It is some of the best shit. Like, I got trapped watching a bunch of videos of just her making all these appearances where, like, she just doesn't know what to do. And it's legit. Like, she doesn't know what to do with herself. Like, even though she's done the pre-interview and the whole bit. And it's not a bit. It's just, like, she's just fucking weird. Like, I dig it. Anyway, what's next, kids?
All right. So, IDW is bringing us a big mashup crossover.
Oof.
G.I. Joe, Transformers, Rom, and more. Will be, I'm assuming it's a comic, right?
Yeah, it's going to, this was a thing that they mentioned. Yeah, it's going to start with comics.
So, I know you're a big Rom fan.
Well, I liked
and a
Rom.
G.I. Joe fan.
Well, I'm a big G.I. Joe fan. Growing up, I was. and I kind of tangentially stay a little bit in touch with like the comics, and it's just like I read the previews, and sometimes I'll pick up an issue just to kind of see but I don't actively collect it anymore, really.
And the comics are like pretty critically acclaimed.
Well, you know what is they keep trying to do a thing where it's like they've got Larry Hama, the guy who used to write the comics for Marvel in the 90s, 80s, well through the 90s too, but they got him back, so it's like this thing where they keep that stuff going, and then they do all these kind of reimaginings on the side, so like more realistic, more real world, not like the movie kind of being real world, but like a real world SEAL Team 6-ified kind of G.I. Joe, and that kind of thing. So they keep it going and all, but this is going to be a mess. It'll be interesting to see how they just slap all these characters together, and they're just like, they've been in the same universe the whole time, kind of.
Wasn't it kind of like the Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, it's this universe building that they're all doing, and one of the ones that's going to be in this is M.A.S.K, which people may or may not remember. It was like, S.H.I.E.L.D. It was M.A.S.K.
Oh, I was thinking of the guy that looked like Sean, the snowboarder from the movie.
You're thinking of the Cher movie.
Rocky, what's his
Rocky
name?
Dennis.
Yeah,
with,
Rocky Dennis.
With Cher and Eric Stoltz as basically the Elephant Man, the teenage years.
Or what's his name? Carrot Top.
There we go. Right, same thing.
Carrot Top.
Who knew that's what the look he was working towards? So anyway, so on that show, it was about like, that toy line / show was all about cool ass vehicles that could also do some secondary shit. So like, like the motorcycle.
There is no Rocky Dennis doll.
No, no. Though they do all wear masks, so
you never really know.
I'm sure there's somebody who you never see him without a mask because that's like a cool thing shows
so
do.
Snake Eyes.
Yes, basically, I'm sure they have like a Snake Eyes type kind of thing. Exactly. Good call out, Bob. So the one car I had was the one that's like, it looks like kind of like a Mustang kind of car, and it's the main character, and the gull wings open up like a DeLorean, and it could fly. The motorcycle has like a helicopter propeller that pops out, So now that's going to be one of these things that ties in. So what the theory is from an article I read is that M.A.S.K will somehow be the thing that comes out of some kind of crossbreeding of the Transformers and G.I. Joe a little bit, where it's Strike Force, and then, or maybe some transforming technology falls into the soup, and then, Snake Eyes falls into the vat, you know what I mean? And then we stir it all up, and we get M.A.S.K.
So Snake Eyes drinks Energon.
Yeah, and then, right, at the end.
Who told you to add
becomes
Tarragon?
Rocky Dennis.
Tarragon. Don't add Tarragon to the end of John. It's no good. It's no bueno. But so that's a thing that's coming. I guess you can look forward to that. I thought that would probably come out a different way when I heard about that. That's where they were moving towards, but I guess it's, comic book format. I thought maybe something was going to happen some other way. Anyway, next one's on Ed, I think. We're going back and forth with the news, kids.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't figured it out yet.
So in this November, Francis Ford Coppola is going to be publishing his notebook.
Okay.
His production notebook from The Godfather.
All right.
Who really cares at this point?
I'm sure somebody does. There's a fan base for everything.
It's an iconic movie.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. But we talk about it now like it was first released. You know what I mean? It's like and I think,
But the thing that
we forget that it was like 3 years late. It wasn't really finished. He had to go back and do re-editing and refilming for years and years and years.
It's got the thing is that you're going to see this with anything. Like, I'm sure George Lucas is going to do something like this one day where he's going to be like, here's a trunk full of notes I've been holding on to. Yeah. Or after he dies, someone's going to compile some kind of, here's my big treasure trove of shit. Like, you know what I mean? And, release it to the public.
Well, with this notebook...
There's a fandom for everything. Like,
with this notebook specifically, like, I remember watching in the special features in the DVD.
You see him walking around with it and stuff?
No, he brought out, it's this big giant binder that he had where it was actually pages of the novel that he'd had Xerox
as notes and stuff.
And it was basically almost like his playbook that he'd drawn out of like how he was going to handle
X's and O's.
Yeah,
I got you.
As he was going through. So you could see like where his mindset was, and evidently he's going to be giving detailed commentary as to like how his plans were enabled. So it's just from a filmmaking perspective, like a cinema buff perspective. You get to see like what his mindset was going into the movie, and how that changed over the course of the production.
Yeah, because as much as like this isn't for me, but if you told me, here's like some Stanley Kubrick like that's another great director who's more in my wheelhouse in that way. Like, you know what I mean? I could see like, me raising an eyebrow to that and be like, I might want to check that out. 2001.
Right. It's a massive level. It's a massive amount of detail to try and lay out how you're going to build a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's 720 pages. It's $50, and it's going to be released by Regan Arts on November 15th.
All right. I think.
Well, it'll be cool for the people who are going to be into it. It's not for everybody.
Right.
All right. So up next, we got a little bit of a rumor here in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that
what?
Oscar Award winner Brie Larson is in talks to play Captain Marvel.
Brie Larson's one of those
Captain
names.
Marvel a guy?
That's some people. That's what she supposedly said, right?
Yes.
This is one of the supposedly since this has kind of come out. Man. She's done an interview.
Is it Captain Marvel a guy?
Yeah. some reporter just asked her, "Are you excited to be playing Captain Marvel?" I was like, "Yeah, I thought there was a guy, but like people on social media are telling me like I'd be perfect for this part, so I'm just gonna go with it."
Yeah, I don't have a penis, so I don't understand.
And if there's and if that's hard truth, it's like way to be informed on a thing. But I guess that's I was saying earlier.
Give her credit because she does know Shazam.
Well,
most people know Captain Marvel from DC as Shazam.
Fair enough. And this is the thing me and Ed were talking about before.
So that's actually not too bad for her that she knows that much.
Who, by the way, is my favorite superhero.
Yes. Thanks for wedging that in there, Ed. What I was going to say is that I was wondering if maybe the Captain Marvel she knows even from Marvel might be the actual Captain Marvel from the 80s. Who used to be around, which was the blonde-haired guy. Remember Death of Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Got cancer, and it was a big deal for a time, and she might have even been shown that by somebody or whatever. You know what I mean? And she's like,
they went
okay.
looking for Captain Marvel.
So either way,
Marvel.
she's still being shown the wrong character, per se. Right. She's supposed to be being shown Carol Danvers.
Unless that's the Captain Marvel she's going to play.
Oh, shit, Marvel's really mixing it up.
She's just going to be played as a woman, and then maybe the character gets cancer.
No. They're going straight for Carol Danvers on this. And Brie Larson's one of those names, like, sadly, I hear a lot, and, like, I don't know.
She won an Oscar last year.
Okay, that's what I heard.
For a movie that I didn't see, and that I probably
what was it?
never want
Room?
to see.
No one saw it.
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of thing I thought. It's one of those, I heard so much about it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it anywhere, though.
Yeah.
I know her from 21 Jump Street.
All right, cool.
Not that she really had a tremendous role in that movie.
Right.
No.
But
she
was
in
it,
so
other stuff.
She played Amy Schumer's sister in Trainwreck.
Okay. Oh, all right. Very good.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Very good.
Hey, she looks like that classic image of
Carol
Danvers.
Yeah,
that everyone's
she looks
putting
like
her
it.
next to. So hey, she's blonde.
She's blonde. She can
she's
act real good.
She could act.
We've seen her be a little assertive, and Carol Danvers don't take no shit. So, it's good enough for me. I mean, but yeah, looking forward to it. I want to hear something more about it.
Yeah, no, I know that there was a lot of rumors around, Emily Blunt and a few others, but I'm not really a big fan of Emily Blunt. Okay. Just a personal thing.
Yeah, I could hear that though a little bit.
So I'm kind of happy that she didn't get it at least. So I'm on board with this. We'll see how it goes.
Sounds good. Ed, what's up next, buddy?
All right, so Warner Brothers has announced the release date of the Ultimate and a trailer for the Ultimate Edition Blu-ray release of Batman vs Superman
Ultimate Edition.
Yes, with an additional 30 minutes of new footage.
30 more minutes of fights you can't follow,
including the character Jenna Malone played that ended up getting cut from the final version.
A character that did something so awesome we didn't bother showing it to you.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I'm fed up with these.
I didn't know which way you were going to go right there.
Of movies. No, like bad superhero movies come out. Something with Daredevil happens with Green Lantern, or just a bad movie will come out.
We're going to fix it in the release, and then, on the home release.
And I'm surprised it's happening now, because usually it's like 4 or 5 years later. Like,
right.
The director will come back. This is what the version I wanted to show you.
So we can get a special edition out of it.
And it's never good. It's never good.
It's never worth it.
Never good.
Because here's the thing. It's never like a half an hour or 40 minutes of material added back in those cases either. It's like 5 more minutes and it's just re-edited, it's reshuffled in a different way, and it's like, oh, the Highlander.
Yeah,
it's like the Highlander, the Quickening versus the 2 studio versions, like other versions that came out, or Blade Runner or something like this. It's like, all right.
Yeah, but after a while, it becomes an issue where it's like, okay, well, now we're going to show you a whole bunch of new footage, and it ends up being like Bruce Wayne getting out of bed and brushing his teeth.
Well, that's the thing. It's
You
like, and then in the promo, they use, it looks like almost all of it is new.
Yes, it does.
That's the sales pitch on this, is that like, here's shit you didn't see or hear. And it's like, all right. And it, all of a sudden, it already feels like it's filling in holes and gaps. And it feels like, oh, well, here's the Band-Aids that should have been holding it together.
You've seen the 2.5 hour bad movie. Now watch the 3 hour version.
I think what the thing is that it comes down to, for me anyway, in a certain aspect, is that maybe Zach ended up cutting some of the wrong shit out. You know what I mean? Like, he left in stuff that he probably could have pulled. That and other stuff was a little bit more necessary than he might have not realized.
You could have cut 5 minutes off that fight scene and throw in.
You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah.
They're fighting in the dark. I can barely see it anyway.
I hated that movie.
Yeah.
And it's just it's.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I know, and it's upsetting and
Yeah.
it's frustrating.
Yeah, we don't need to see Batman lunge fly his way over.
Bob's doing a maneuver that's like
It's like the
It's
dead.
a cartoon
It's like the dead
character.
fish swim. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that one. It's like I'm almost dead. I'm gonna.
I can make it almost.
And that's what it was. It's,
All right, so
and it's and it just for those interested.
Fair enough. Yeah.
It's disgusting. It will be available.
For those interested, it's
it'll
disgusting.
be
Don't do it.
available on digital HD June 28th, and you can buy hard copies on July 19th, where I will pick it up at Best Buy.
Very good.
Moving on.
Love the honesty.
So I actually heard this when I was listening to the Fab on Batman podcast,
Oh shit.
but it's been reported by Heroic Hollywood that Namor. I never
Namor.
really,
Let's go with Namor.
I never really knew how to pronounce his
Ed
name.
loves when I mispronunciate.
How do we pronounce it, Ed?
Namor the Submariner.
Namor the
Submariner. Returned to
Submariner.
Marvel Studios, according to Joe Quesada. So on the Fat Man on Batman podcast,
This
Kevin Smith,
this story's bullshit.
It is, and that's why I said that I heard it, because when I saw it in the doc, I was like, really? Because that's not how the combo went down.
Right. So why don't the two of you, because you both heard it. You both heard
Heroic
it.
Hollywood likes to stir shit up.
Oh
obviously.
my God! Well, they fucking.
So basically, the way I took it when I was listening to the show was that Kevin Smith was like, it came up. How did it come up in conversation? The character came up
I think
like
it
out
was
of
just-
nowhere.
Yeah.
And they were just like what's going on with him, Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin?
I think
and
it
he's
was
like,
just,
oh
he
yeah,
hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe Quesada's like, oh no, we have him in the comics, like making a joke. And then Kevin Smith was basically just like, you know,
like,
no,
what's
I'm
the
not
deal?
talking about comics.
Yeah.
Like, are we going to see him in a movie anytime soon?
Yeah. What's the legality going on?
And he was like, oh, well, I'm not really sure about that, but I'm pretty sure we have him because he's not at Sony and he's not at Fox, he says, basically.
Right.
So people
But that's
are
no
like, he's
quanti-
at Marvel because he's not at Fox or Sony.
As if those are the two studios involved.
Exactly.
Which hate to break it to you guys, he's at Universal.
Yeah, you know, he was at Universal, and I'm pretty sure for a short time was Lionsgate, or Lionsgate might be under Universal. I'm not sure, but Lionsgate I thought was involved.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong on that. Lionsgate that might have been tied into Ghost Rider.
Well,
But
have they done anything with the
No,
license
but
in the length of time
but
that
the
they
thing
had
is
in their
that
contract?
like from what Feige has said at one point is that it seemed like one of these things where it was involved in more of a legal quagmire than was worth chasing a little bit, and like we'll get around to it one day. And since he's not the biggest player, it was fine to not have him on the chessboard in a way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, did we really need? Because Namor doesn't just pop. He's not like Ant-Man where he comes in and he's a guy who's there. Like he brings a whole bunch of baggage with him. I mean, like all of a sudden now Atlantis is around. Like you know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah.
At this stage, it's like another layer we just kind of really don't need. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we
that's
could
true.
save him for the fucking.
When
Phase-
you've milked everything out, when
Yeah,
you've milked,
exactly.
you're starting to milk everything else dry.
Phase 6.
Phase 6. Where are we in 4? Phase 4?
We're about to start 3.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. No, we're in 3 right now. We just started 3.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yeah, but you're going to need some new characters to introduce in Phase 6.
Yeah, and you know what that does? That lets you start killing people off too.
Well, maybe
We need
that's
to
when
make
they'll
room
do
for
the
Namor.
Inhumans, and then they'll sidetrack. You know, they'll
Yeah, I mean, I've actually already kind of.
sideload their way into Namor.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe that's a
Sidestep.
you know, they kind of pushed Inhumans off the table, so maybe they'll put Namor in. I don't know. Who knows? But I think but main thing is that Joe Quesada was kind of like not fully in the know on that, and this article is spinning it hard, like, oh, this is a fact, and fanboys are just freaking out, like we're gonna get Fish Boy tomorrow or something. The guy's got feathers on
like
his feet.
Captain America is like part of Hydra or something.
You know, you would think
What do we got next?
you would think audiences would know how to react to these things.
All right, bit of casting news.
Casting?
Transformers: The Last Night.
Yes.
Hopefully it is.
Has
oh my God.
added Anthony Hopkins to its cast.
So Hannibal gets a Transformer.
Sir Anthony Sellout. Like, he'll just do anything now. He's like, what
else was he in recently that was kind of like nerd related?
I don't know, but I feel like whenever I see him now, he's just taking cash. Well, Thor. He's in Thor.
Thor.
He's
right.
Odin.
He's Odin. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I mean, unless it's like Hannibal Lecter and he makes a deal with, in the old classic crossover fashion, like he runs into Megatron and they make some deal to take over the world. I'm not impressed.
I mean, it is a currently undisclosed role.
Although, Hannibal Lecter versus Transformers is a comic coming from IDW in October, I think, because crossovers in comics will happen for any property.
The Hannibal Lecter comic?
Yeah, crossing over.
I mean just any comic book with Hannibal Lecter.
Could you imagine?
Like,
I'm surprised there's not.
Like, they probably would have to give you a packet of blood to drench it in before you read it.
It comes pre-bagged and marinated. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I left it in the notes because I'm like, Anthony, like, what are you doing? Like, it's just checks. He just needs a check.
He's a Brit. He's one of those British actors who just like.
He's going to come in and I'm just going to do my lines and then I'm going to go away.
I work. He likes to work. I like to work.
Mm-hmm. What's a nice fava beans and a Chianti and it's a stick shift.
Well, in his view, he's probably going to be, well, this is my way to get involved in this whole superhero thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's exactly what it is. I'm sure they backed the truck up to him enough where he's like, okay, you met my price. How many days of working? That's what it comes down to, too, for a guy his age. It's like, how much do I actually got to do? Yeah. How many days of shooting? Because that's a big thing.
Where are you flying me to?
Yeah, because he ain't no kid no more. So, that stuff actually factors in a lot more than you would think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do my scenes in the middle of a cornfield in Ohio.
Can I sit in a chair like I did for Marvel the whole time? Like even on set, could I just sit down? Even though I'm Odin. What's next, kids? Who's up on the news there?
I am kind of bit of irrelevant news here, but Robert Kirkman is going to sue a group of restaurant owners.
Well, I think you skipped one there,
to protect the Walking Dead name.
Okay, fair enough.
What did I skip?
Jeff Johns.
We'll come back to it.
Okay, we will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kirkman,
Ed's happy now that he gets to read the Jeff Johns Justice League thing. He's like, yes.
Yes, I got to read the DC stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kirkman's getting a little protective over his trademark and copyright, right?
Oh. Yeah, so basically, I read a little bit of the article before when I opened the link.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, a Greek restaurant decided to name people decided to open up a Greek restaurant and name it Walking Dead.
Okay.
Not The Walking Dead.
Fair enough.
And Kirkman obviously heard about it and decided to take legal action. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think at some point in there they start to get into the whole like what the other side's thing with him is.
This brings up a very fine point in trademark.
It does. It does.
Because when you own something, a name like that, you have a trademark. Right? So it's not necessarily not a copyright. So it's very specific. So it's gonna if you trademark The Walking Dead, you have the trademark for The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
You don't have the trademark for Walking Dead.
Yeah, it does come down to stuff like that.
So
and even in this article, they go into, I don't have it in front of me. They go into the whys and whatnots of how he's used how it's actually just a phrase that he's co-opted in a way, like, you know what I mean? So how much protection can he really have? And it's all a play on Romero's Living Dead, Walking Dead, blah 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 blah. And Walking Dead is not something that he coined the phrase. And
but the show and everything, it's the kind of thing like if
it's a property.
Exactly.
If someplace popped up and called themselves The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
The public's natural inclination would be that it's somehow connected to it.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't really see how hard they can really fight this guy because I think Kirkman's, I think he's on. This is totally within, his reason to shut them down. You know what I mean? I'm siding with Kirkman on it. Like, I don't see like how you can't claim a violation on it because that's the whole thing. If you go in there and it's Walking Dead and it's all some sunshine and rainbows and it's obviously not meant to be themed in a dark goth or zombie like way,
but
like,
it's a zombie themed place. That's the other thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
so
just a name of a band or this is
it's definitely something that the judge is going to have to go there and he's going to have to witness what this place looks like, what the menu is,
pictures, a video, and see all this stuff shown. And it's going to be
he's going to have to really weigh what power, what rights, what protection does he have, Robert Kirkman?
Yeah.
If all he really can have is trademark on the name, then it doesn't matter what they do, because if the place isn't named The Walking Dead.
But also, if you're the restaurant owner, just change the fucking name of the place.
Well, that's what I don't get.
Yeah.
Why would you even want to get embroiled in a lawsuit? How stuck are you on your principles? You're going to take Robert Kirkman to court. You know how expensive this is going to be? You want to keep this restaurant?
Yeah.
Get an article out there because you because you stirred it up, and now settle out and make sure that those articles have the new name in it, and that's all. That's your promotion there, buddy. You skirted what's going to cost you at least $100,000 to fucking to probably lose anyway.
Yeah, he probably should either way change the name of this place. It wasn't a smart move,
because this isn't granted. There's no Walking Dead restaurant. But they do attractions, and they're doing things like that. They're doing things real world under that label. So I think they got a decent leg to stand on.
Yeah, I think that's where Robert Kirkman's going to win on this.
Yeah, because they're doing real world things. It's not just material,
and it's not because it's not just a TV show now.
And merchandise, right? Exactly.
Because now there's going to be there definitely can be a significant confusion.
So speaking of confusion, let's go back to that Jeff Johns thing.
Here's a clamor clip.
Okay, here's a clamor clip.
All right, Jeff Johns has officially announced the title of the Justice League movie.
Yeah.
There's some speculation. Is it going to be Justice League United?
Right.
Angels and Demons?
Yes.
Justice League Gods Among Us?
Justice League what? What's it going to be? What's it going to be?
All right, you ready?
Yeah,
ready?
Hit me.
Yeah, come on.
Justice League.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it. Nice and simple
Brilliant.
and clean. Brilliant. But this is the thing that goes on, because people are you just figure that. But this is a good sign, though, in a way, because here's the thing: your inclination is to think that Hollywood is going to muck it up and call it Justice League, some kind of smorgasbord, that's some stupid thing. And no, Jeff Johns is in charge now. It's Justice League. Don't worry, kids, it's Justice League. I think that's what it should be called. Don't worry, nerds.
I agree.
It's just
Justice League, spandex and cod pieces.
Just Justice. That's what they should have called it. Just a League of Justice. No, good stuff. Good. So stop speculating. What's next? It's one last in the other section.
So we will have another Friday the 13th.
I saw the one.
Movie.
No, I see.
You were jumping around.
Yeah.
Jumping around.
Really?
Yeah.
Underneath other.
There's Zootopia.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
actually saw this on my phone.
Oh, you know why? Because what happened was I missed the Jeff Johns thing, and then you were supposed to have Zootopia, right?
Yeah.
That was what fucked me up again. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Because I skipped, and then it was just
because you screwed up the first time, you screwed up a second time.
Exactly. So a $15,000 Zootopia Lego sculpture has been destroyed by a child. I would expect nothing less.
No,
really?
Yeah.
Really?
But it's just
his
sad.
eyes lit up and he just dove on it.
Yeah, basically. Well, what's kind of fucked up is this guy.
Leaves.
They built it the day before for this event or whatever, and the article's conflicting. Because it says... And
you just see the Japanese artist 2 minutes later with a vein exploding in his forehead. He's twitching.
There's photos. And so this thing, he built it within the day before, him and his little team or whatever. And the thing's not too crazy tall. Looks like 6 feet, I guess, about in the photo, right? Yeah. But so it says... in the first paragraph that within seconds, a little kid fucking just pushes it over.
No, it was up for about an hour.
And then in the bottom paragraph, it says, and then he got to, that he made it, blah, 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 and got to enjoy it for about, to the public, show it to the public for about 2 hours. So I'm like, which is it? A kid in 2 seconds flat, as soon as they opened up the ropes, or is it 2 hours? Fucking, and the article is not long. That the fact that somebody missed it.
I think what happened was it was on display for 2 hours, and the kid destroyed it within seconds.
As soon as he saw it, he ran towards it. You think that's it?
Between the kid starting to destroy it and then actually finishing destroying it, that took seconds.
Not even. It's a push.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a shoulder thump. You know what I mean? It's
Legos. I mean, you just it's like taking a can out of the middle of a pyramid of cans.
Mm-hmm. So, and on top of all this, he was offered money to.
Oh, we'll pay for it.
And he was like, "No, it's all right. Accidents happen." Accidents happen.
The kid did it
that
on
kid
purpose.
didn't do it on accident. He did it as a fucking goof, you know what I mean, or whatever. Like, you know,
He thought it'd be funny to
does
watch
he
it
regret?
fall.
The little kid regret doing it, and did he probably cry because of how much trouble and how much like all the fingers are pointed at him, and he's a little kid, and that shit's like, you know, will shut you down and shit. Like, yeah, whatever. But that's not enough. If mom and dad are offering to pay you 10, you say, okay, give me 5. Give me 5. I mean, 5 from each of you. Oh, that's 10. Yeah, that's fine. But you know, or just tell the kid that he's gonna work it off.
Yeah.
And that's all. The kid, your child owes me now.
Yeah. Okay.
10,000.
My home, people his age, they work already. Here, kid, here's the directions. You
rebuild it.
You rebuild it now.
That is your punishment.
You stay until you finish.
And a tube of crazy glue, please. So, anyway, on to the next thing.
Reboot report.
In the reboot report, we got 2 bits. Two bits. I don't know who's up now because I'm confused.
Ed.
Yeah, and I'll do the first one. Okay, so there's been rumors for a while of a Doc Savage reboot.
Yes.
Classic pulp character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of comic book 2 history, but nothing really ever took off. There's a run right now. There's a run right now from
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Thank you.
But they have confirmed an actor. It's being written and directed by
Just get
Shane
fucking
Black.
to it.
Right, please, come on.
Mr. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. You know what I love about Dwayne? He's another one he's signing up for everything right now. I saw a thing that pointed out that he's got 15 movies over the next 5 years. And the HBO show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's just signing on to stuff because it's like, not all this is going to happen. You know, I get my signing, you know, I get a certain amount whether or not this happens or not. And it's like, you know, if it doesn't go, it doesn't go. If it all goes and it fits into the schedule, then fuck it. I have a crazy schedule for the next 5 years. But it can't all work out, right?
That guy wants to work. No.
I think some of this stuff is strategically I'll sign on. This probably won't go through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This, that, the other. But this he looks really jazzed about. This is like him wanting Black Adam. Or something to do with Captain Marvel / Shazam,
which is still going to happen, right?
Which is still it's you know, supposedly it's in that 5-year window.
No, Bill, be honest with me. Is it going to happen?
Probably not. Well, here's the thing. Not when you were told it was going to happen. It's going to get pushed. Absolutely, it's going to get pushed. How's it?
Shazam.
Yeah.
Because who else did they sign for it?
No one.
A director?
A
writer.
There's a writer.
There's a writer.
There's a writer.
That's how it starts. We get the writer. You got to have the story first, Jimmy. All right. So, yeah, so there's The Rock. And he's good. He's a good fit for Doc Savage. Doc Savage, I didn't, you know, in reading the articles and stuff, and especially the stuff he wrote, I was like, Doc Savage was a weird kind of character. I didn't get it. And then I read into it a little bit. And, like, yeah, there's, like, some kind of, like, he's a little bit, and it's more classic stuff. He's a little bit more, like... he's a little bit more like kind of like an antisocial Aspergery kind of person. That's what I'm going to put on it to kind of give people an idea where it's like he just doesn't get social cues very well. He's raised in a tunnel or some shit like that.
He's the code. He's like, you know, they call him the Man of Bronze, which is also the Man of Steel was a take on it.
Fair enough. Yeah. A lot of stuff was lifted.
He's like the guy Indiana Jones is supposed to be.
Right, it's all encompassing. He's a scientist. He's an adventurer. He's a scuba diver. He's a astronaut. He's raised underground by scientists to be the perfect man. He's a perfect physical specimen.
Oh, he's Chase Banyan.
He's Chase Banyan plus Reed Richards, basically. Like he's like everybody in Johnny Quest.
Yeah, and he has
even the kid.
Right,
more of a gosh golly aspect, all wrapped into one.
And he has a team of people to help him with every aspect of those things.
Right. So
Star Labs.
So Dwayne's going on about my boy Dwayne. I call him Dwayne because we go way back. He's kind of very hyped about the funny aspect of this. That this, you know, the fish out of watery kind of, I guess, aspect, or him not getting how like real world social stuff works. As top of it being an adventure and shit like that. So all the goodness to him. Kudos to you two. And then one last there in the reboot report.
Another fucking Friday the 13th. It saddens me to read this. It really does.
Wait, the hook.
Wait, go on.
But the next movie will tell Jason Voorhees' origin story.
What did happen at the camp?
Don't we know what happened?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we know, but we never saw it. So now it's like, you know, oddly enough, it is the one thing they just haven't done yet with, you know, it actually do zero issue. You know,
so
the 0 point.
We're going to see a little boy get abused at camp.
Yeah, get neglected,
killed,
drowned,
and then we're going to see his mother kill everybody again.
Basically, yeah. And supposedly with this, we're going to get a little bit of the dad. That the dad, although kind of written off in the lore and what's been mentioned on screen as being some kind of drunk who disappeared, will have a little bit more of a role to play in something that doesn't supposedly go against all that.
Something kind of like Bobby Boucher's daddy, but with a machete.
Bobby Machete. It's going to be like Bobby Machete.
Well, you know,
I know that.
This is just the natural progression. We've had Hannibal Rising.
This is the whole.
We had Bates Motel.
This is the pitch. I'm surprised it's not the TV series, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow.
Now we're getting
kid who
We're
be.
getting before the hockey mask.
And here's the thing too.
I heard that the music is going to be written by Slayer.
Probably. I mean, that would sell me. That would help. If you told me you got Slayer or I don't care, anybody, just stick something on it. So that's going to wrap that up. That's going to wrap up the news. If we don't have an outro for the news really officially, do we? That works though.
Goodbye, news.
Goodbye, news guys.
We'll return after these messages.
An incredible secret is revealed when innocent-looking vehicles and ordinary men become an awesome fighting team. It's the secret of M.A.S.K, where illusion is the ultimate weapon. Piranha's getting away with the laser blueprints. Condors
Ready for takeoff.
M.A.S.K vehicles in playset, each sold separately with action figures.
I'll let him off at the river.
But Gator's ready, and he never gives up.
Surprise, you're through.
M.A.S.K, where illusion is the ultimate weapon.
Wow!
All right, so then we're going to go into some emails finally. This is where we're going to shift around. We've been shifting things around here, haven't we, kids? How do you guys feel about this?
I'm
shifting
I'm liking
the emails to the
closing
back.
with the emails.
Yeah, you feel like that works?
I do.
It works?
I just feel like it moves.
Well,
Nice and smooth.
If people want to write us emails about the emails, they can do that too. You can send them to a podcast at wickedtheory.com. Oh yeah, they can. And I have to log back in because for some reason it timed out, and that's not nice.
To the emails?
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that.
Well, while you're doing that, why don't I read some emails?
You start up the emails every week because you send us emails during the week because you just want more time about you, I guess.
No.
Why do you send the emails?
I have random questions, and I'd like your opinions on them.
All right. You need answers.
Yeah.
Of some kind.
For example.
How do you feel about the answers you get from us? Pound for pound or dollar for dollar? Do you think you get good answers from these things?
When I get them, they're usually pretty
When
good.
I do get them.
Which
That's
isn't always
true.
the case.
All right. Fair enough. What's your success rate? What's your hit ratio?
About 50%.
Oh, that's good. 50 is good. I like 50.
All right, gentlemen.
Sir.
Should C-3PO start wearing V-neck sweaters?
I think.
I'm surprised he hasn't.
I think he needs to wear a ball gag.
Bob's tired of his running mouth. C-3PO with a ball gag.
I don't know if it would fit in that slit he has.
If it would really do anything, you'd have to bang it in there with a hammer or something
That might give the movie an R rating.
Yeah. But I could definitely picture him very easily in a sleeveless V-neck sweater without an undershirt, just his gold arms popping through the sides.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking a tux top with the sleeves ripped off.
Like a tough guy. like something Mr. T would wear.
Right.
Like if Mr. T was going to the prom, that's how he would wear it, Hannibal. All right. What do you got next, buddy?
Gentlemen.
Sir.
Which male supervillain has the toughest time at a urinal?
I'm going to say Penguin.
Colossus.
Okay, Bob, Penguin?
Yeah.
All right.
I figure between his shape and his size, it's got to be hard to get your hands on everything down there.
Yeah. Especially if he's the one with the weird fish paw hand.
Yeah,
Yeah. Colossus D. All right. Just
It's metal.
and pop. You know what? And I bet you everybody really wants to take a look then, right? Like, oh, what's that look like? You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, it's just a chrome dong.
How do
It's
you-
pretty much
how-
just
how
chrome
How do you
dong.
tell if he's got an erection?
You hear it probably.
How do you do that?
Clank.
I was thinking of something like metal scraping metal sound.
Well, just if you're gonna peek, how do you do that subtly?
With him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're trying to use the reflection off of his chrome somehow, like a mirror thing. You're like, if I look over at his, I don't know. I would say Cyclops, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Just something about like being careful where you look with your laser
Well, I
eyes.
thought the question was supervillain.
Was it villain?
Yeah, it was a male supervillain.
Oh, supervillain.
Oh, so then Colossus is.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch the villain part for some reason. It didn't register. Villain. Mole Man, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I just kind of feeling that he just couldn't.
Anyone who's like,
Even the kid's urinal would be too tall, too high up for him.
or even just like
He's short.
in the costume, like just getting that costume off so you could just go with the urinal.
Well, I could see that being the biggest problem for most of them.
Like, how does Scorpion do it? I don't.
Scorpion. Yeah, some of these costumes, it's like they look like full body suits. Like not even like there's
What about Mysterio? I mean, isn't he just like made out of gas?
Yeah, I don't even know. But he's got that big dome on the top of it. I don't know. I got nothing more, Ed.
Does Vulture go like a bird when he's flying? I mean,
just piss all over the people
just
below.
as he's yeah.
Just. I bet you he does. I bet he's got that.
He's
white,
probably the one shitting on all the cars.
He's got that bird poop too, where it's just a white with a black dot in the middle.
When he's bored, he goes and shits on cars.
That's his thing. That's how he marks his territory.
Gentlemen,
Sir.
Will Hugh Jackman's successor as Wolverine wear yellow spandex?
Probably not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Yeah, hopefully not is definitely the way to go. No, he'll probably get some kind of leather jacket with yellow stripes on it, like the other guy had, like Hugh had. Hugh Jackman. Jackman.
Well, I won't give a detailed spoiler, but I will
good.
say
That's good.
Spoiler for the end of X-Men: Age of Apocalypse.
I heard that
you do see
Snow Iceman starts making snow cones for the kids, and that's the extra piece you get after the credits.
You do see the younger characters at the end in costumes that are not exact carbon copies of the 90s X-Men, but are sort of going in that direction.
They are locked into that direction.
Yeah, they are.
You see that. I've only seen the quick thing in the trailer or commercial for that, but I'm like, oh my god, that is exactly what they're going for. But yeah, I did hear that there's obviously the Wolverine is in it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
they're going to be going. That's their era now. That's the next era they're going to do.
Yeah, well, actually, they're jumping to the 90s next, literal 90s. But we'll see how that goes because they just took stuff from the 90s to make it look like the 80s.
All right.
Whatever.
Last question.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a personal one.
Oh my God, figures.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, sir.
Have any of you ever worn a unitard?
No. I can luckily say no.
I noticed Dom is shaking his head, but not speaking.
No, he said no.
Oh,
it was a little bit low, but I caught it. Never did a wrestling team or anything like that. So can't say that I have, sir. I appreciate you asking.
Okay.
Which that alone makes me a little uncomfortable. But
I did warn you; it was kind of personal.
It's true. So instead of dwelling on that, I will go to the next email. Anyway, Ed, thanks for yours. Jerk. Emails. We got some emails. This one's from Hughes Brian.
Oh, hello. How are you, sir?
Brian Hughes from Scotland.
Hey.
Good evening, gentlemen. Greetings from a very hot and sunny Scotland. Pity I had to work indoors and underground for most of it. Curse of working in subway underground stations, I suppose. I would say, not supposing, my friend. That's exactly the problem with working underground, is that you're working underground.
Yeah.
Quick question before I jump back on a train. In 1990, I bought a 30-day pass and traveled across the U.S. and back by Greyhound, fulfilling one of my lifetime goals. Any of you guys do something similar?
No, but that sounds cool.
It does actually sound kind of crazy cool, like a 30-day.
30-day pass, just go anywhere you want to go.
And just,
how much would that cost? That couldn't be too expensive.
I think the thing that makes me hesitate with that idea, though, is just that it's a Greyhound trip. Yeah. And then you're on the bus with civilians.
I did have a very, very long trip on a Greyhound once.
Yeah, and how did it go? Tell me how it went.
Tell us, please.
Let's just say it's the reason I hate Canadians.
We slowly get more pieces to the story.
This sounds like there's more to this story.
There is. There's a lot more. And slowly, people, you're getting a sand grain at a time.
We'll find out what it's about
One day.
eventually.
One day.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a spotlight
I
special.
do plan on doing something similar in the future.
Oh, yeah. Like a
It's about to
legitimate
get-
hard plan? Like you've been talking to people?
Like it's
Or you just
in-
I'd like to.
it's in the development. It's in the stages of.
Okay. It's conversation stage.
See,
stage.
Yeah. Well, next semester, next year, my friend John, he is studying abroad. He's going to be on a cruise for like 4 months for the whole semester. He's going to be
Booze
visiting
Cruise.
13.
What do they call it? No, they call it something else. Not Booze Cruise.
It's called
Semester at Sea.
Semester at Sea.
That's
yeah.
it. That's it.
So he'll be visiting 13 countries. So a couple of my friends and I plan on meeting him in Greece.
Okay.
And then taking some kind of plane
Crazy
or
adventure?
train to Italy, and like halfway through the week. We're gonna be in there for like a week or a week and a half.
Bold move.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I like
I
it.
think that's like a bullet train too. You get on.
Yeah, you could take a train or a plane.
It's like a 190 mile an hour
It's
train.
Nice.
cheap too. Like I mean the airfare from the U.S. to Greece or Italy is expensive.
Right. That's you're paying.
Once you're
crazy
in
for-
Europe, it's kind of cheap. So
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Just
All right.
remember, the euro is worth a lot more than a dollar.
yeah, exactly.
So bring money.
Yeah.
Brian says cheers, and I say cheers right back.
Cheers, right
Cheers.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. As always.
As always. So, Agent Palmer, he's next. He's next up in the kitty here. Yeah, sorry. I
It's
mean,
the first time we've said his name all episode.
yeah. Well, that's what's fun about putting it at the end, the emails.
Yeah.
Like if he doesn't come up in some other fashion, like we can just pretend he doesn't exist for a while.
I've tried.
You know, it's a challenge. It's
I've
a challenge.
attempted.
So let's check out this email. Subject line is keeping it short.
Okay.
I like it already. And he opens with, to the preachers of wicked theory. I have decided to keep this short since Bill has given me a few hints that he'd like me to lighten up on my emails. So I've chosen a theme of movies. And now it's time for the questions. If you could have any movie poster hanging in your house, which would it be and why?
That's a good question.
I'd say that I kind of already do have mine. I have Raging Bull. It's in the living room. Outside of that, I don't know.
I don't know if it's got to be on a poster because it's one of like the most iconic iconic shots from the movie. But the shot of Sam Jackson and John Travolta with the guns, like
Turn around.
in Pulp Fiction, when they're like,
Oh, both at the. I got you. They're like leaning. They're pointing towards like the ground. It's in the beginning, right? It's from the scene in the beginning.
yeah,
And
they're both wearing the suits.
They're both wearing the suits. They're
Yeah.
both on like the
The
right
ties
hand
are a
side.
little bit, yeah, you know. But
Yeah.
probably that image on
Sure.
a poster would be
That
cool.
would be cool. The poster of that. Yeah. Ed.
I love the original poster for Superman the movie.
Classic.
Which is just the Superman symbol
Yeah.
in silver with a red streak going across it
Right.
and just the tagline, "You'll believe a man can fly."
That's actually a very good poster. That's a classic.
Yeah, it's a
design.
classic one.
As posters go. Yeah. As movie posters. How about you, Bob?
I'm thinking Bruce Lee. I'm
Nice.
thinking Enter the Dragon, maybe.
Okay.
Or Return of the Dragon.
Sure. I think for a lot of those, because they were 70s styles, like, they
Yeah.
probably got a lot of options with that, too.
Yeah,
Like, they'd make multiple versions of a lot of stuff back then, where you'd have some photo one, then you'd have some painted or drawn one, Well, for most posters, too, for most official movie
right.
posters. But
One with a tacky multicolor border. One
Yeah.
without.
one with where it's like it looks like
Where it goes-
like a blaxploitation
goes,
style, where it's like
brown and to orange to yellow.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of
You know,
brown,
borders.
yellow, red combinations. So yeah, I mean, I think for me, outside of that, outside of the one I got, maybe Akira. I don't have Akira. Akira is a classic for me.
Yeah.
And
That's a
it's
good one
probably
for you.
got a couple of a good, nice, stark designs. Just simple Japanese writing. and
Just
stuff
that one
like
with the picture of from above with the bike.
Yeah, well, any of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's a classic.
That's a
iconic,
classic.
Yeah, that
iconic.
is.
Where he's just walking up towards it.
Yeah.
All right. So his next question is.
We actually have that poster in the warehouse, Bill.
What was that?
We have that poster in the warehouse.
We have from a magazine or
Okay.
something. I think I pulled out and then stuck it up on one of the catalogs or something from the comic shop.
Good job.
His next question, Agent Palmer's next question is: what is your favorite movie soundtrack?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1. All right, very cool.
Wow.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
Superman the movie.
Superman the movie. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. How about you, Bob?
I don't know. I don't really have one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could be quite entertained by any of the soundtracks from any Quentin Tarantino movie.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I'll second that. You know, it's a tough call for me because I'm into a lot of, like, I get a little bit crazy about a few movies that I'm into or whatever, and those soundtracks, like the Quentin Tarantino stuff, I have almost all of them now, and really played the death out of those.
Or
but
is anything from Ennio Morricone?
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Spaghetti westerns.
That's good stuff. A lot of that stuff stands on its own too.
Absolutely. I got a couple on my MP3 player.
And then for me, maybe then Fight Club. It's the Chemical Brothers, and it's like, not like the songs kind of a soundtrack. It's the music for the movie, and since they don't normally do that kind of shit, it's just it's esoteric in a way where it's good for mood setting and shit like that, like when I'm writing and stuff like that. But that's another one that I really like. So then it's kind of like the same question a little bit, but what is your favorite movie score? So which movie score? So like Indiana Jones.
Well, I answered
Star
movies.
Wars.
Yeah. So Superman the movie is probably my favorite score.
Right.
Favorite soundtrack.
What'd you say? Like Forrest Gump? You like Forrest Gump? Got a little bit of everything that everybody loves forever.
No. No, well, cause
that's my problem with the Forrest Gump soundtrack. Is it's like, oh my god, how?
I just realized I already answered this question with Superman, and I didn't answer soundtrack properly.
What it is saying exactly? That's Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you for that.
Yeah. So for soundtrack, I'm just gonna, because I'm not a big music guy, so I just usually go with what's.
You could leave the room now, sir.
You're not a big music guy.
I don't listen to music that much. It's just not my go-to. I'm sorry.
Should we explain?
I don't understand. No, you're the guy that I've been looking for. Then, like you're my Mr. Glass now. Fucking like I used to say, like one day I'm gonna run into somebody who doesn't like music. Like some people say that they don't watch TV. Like they are against TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like one day I'm always like, one day I'm gonna find somebody who's like, music. I can't stand it. Like, does that person exist? I think it's kind of you, but not really.
Well, I think
he likes music. He just likes music that
comes from Broadway.
Yeah.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Show tunes.
I'm a show tunes kind of guy.
I'm a show tunes kind of guy.
Okay, well, yeah. You want to talk about talk about this the listening barrage I gave you on the drive to Agent Palmer's.
Well, I wasn't going to get specific, but yes, I did experience that. So I believe the options were the choice that you were like, so just so you know, it's mostly like for me, it's like classic rock, comedy bits, and
movie soundtracks.
And then 20 minutes later, when Broadway show tunes started to play.
Oh yeah, I think
you were like, yeah, and then like some Broadway stuff. Like, did I forget to mention that? And that stuff's fine if it's curated.
Some Broadway stuff led to the next like 3 songs in a row.
It was kind of like
Broadway.
I was like, oh my god.
I thought you were gonna say that stuff's fine if it's good.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get at. It's like if it's curated for
but it's
listeners,
Guys and Dolls kind of stuff.
Yeah,
if it's on random on fucking Pandora,
Oklahoma.
Yeah, you were getting a little too much Bernadette Peters in there.
I didn't even know. I don't know if I knew it was Bernadette Peters. I might have given it a shot, but it didn't sound like Bernadette Peters. I didn't know it was a comedy. Let's put it like that.
No, it was a little light music.
Oh well, then fucking forget that. So anyway, let's move along. But thank you, Palmer, for your email. That's it from him. He actually ends it. That's it. Palmer out.
I like it.
I like it a lot. So here is one from Steve and Irina, or this week it's actually Irina and Steve.
Ooh. Top
billing, as it should be. Irina, this guy gets all the fucking attention. Just punch him in the kneecap, and then we'll show him who's boss.
Who's boss?
Who's boss? So she says, hi, at Wicked Theory Podcast. Sorry if this email is a little late. Here are some questions. Question number 1, what's your opinion on the gorilla child incident? Should the gorilla have been killed?
We're going to skip this question. We do
Yeah.
not get into any of this
Well,
political
yeah.
business.
The people
I don't think
involved
it's political, but
took the best choice that they
at the
felt that
time,
they
it's
had
at the time.
at the time.
Am I saying this is a
and-
great way to like
Yes.
handle these situations always and in all situations? No, every situation is different.
It's very sad, but unfortunately, there was no other option.
Not for nothing.
Actually,
but I saw
there-
that video and that kid getting dragged around like that through the water. If I had a gun on me at the time, I probably would have started shooting from the fucking railing at the gorilla.
Really?
Granted, I probably would have been risking the kid too.
Actually,
but like that
one
was a
person-
crazy fucking scene.
Right. One person on Facebook made a very good point.
I don't believe that.
No, it's
but
like-
I'll listen. I'll entertain it.
Why didn't the dad
Yeah.
jump in there and pull the kid away and put himself in between the gorilla
Yeah.
and the kid?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Was,
I mean-
was the dad there?
Parents
see
were
that.
there.
Both of them? Okay. I don't
Parent-
know.
from
Everyone's
what I
giving them.
understand,
I just hear
parents were
mother,
there.
mother. Actually,
Right.
you know what? I haven't heard parents as much as I've heard mother with this situation. So I'm kind of under the thought
Yeah,
that maybe
okay.
the
Well,
dad's.
if it was
I don't
just
know.
the mom, then that's different. But assuming
Yeah.
that if dad was there, why wasn't that would have been
No,
me?
I haven't on. Yeah.
I don't have a kid, but if I did, that's my life.
I don't know. I'm
My
kind of
life,
thinking of
my
it
heart
too.
stops beating for me, starts beating for that kid. So the
And
moment,
not for nothing.
that
Not even
happens,
that
I jump
dad.
in.
You know what? Not even that dad. But people jump in the fucking ocean for people who are drowning, right?
yeah,
For strangers.
right.
I
And this is
don't
a
see
kid.
no other. Yeah, exactly. I don't see no other human jumping down in there being like.
Well, I guess the risk of dying is a little bit greater against the gorilla than it
It's
is
a
by
fucking-
a pool of
It's
water.
a silverback gorilla. You know,
Yeah, you
it's
know
a
what?
fucking crazy situation. But, it's a hard thing to call on what's the right fucking play in that. And,
Yeah,
it's
that's
a fucking silverback
You
gorilla.
just got to leave it alone. It's dealt with. It's done. We got to move on.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a learning
Does it
lesson
suck
to
that
some
the gorilla
degree,
died?
but yeah, it
You
sucks that the gorilla died. But
But
I don't know that gorilla was necessary to fucking gorilla to keep it
but
around anymore.
You're talking about a person versus an animal. That's what it ends up coming down to.
Yeah.
An animal
A
that
kid.
could at any moment could rip that kid into two
Yeah.
pieces.
Just by
Wha-
dragging him like
just-
that.
You just
Not
pull-
even doing something like obviously malicious,
He
like
could-
snapping him in half
Right.
or anything like that. But just
But he
by
could've-
dragging him around through the water like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But at a moment's
Could've
notice,
broke
he
that
could have
kid's
grabbed the
neck.
kid by his neck and by his foot
Yeah.
and ripped him in two.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're that strong. So
Absolutely. You had him
you
under
gotta
the water
do-
for a little bit there too.
You
at
got
one
to do
point,
what
I'm
you
like,
got to do
yo.
quick, and you got to do it so that it isn't going to upset the animal.
All right, on to
know,
the yeah, no,
so
yeah, you're
that's
absolutely
it.
right. Fuck that. You do what you got to do in the situation, and that situation is the life of a kid. You worry about the consequences later.
Right.
Which superhero? Here's a question for us.
There we go.
Okay.
Which
This is more in my
superhero?
wheelhouse.
Here's what we did. Which superhero or comic book character would have been most upset about the gorilla news? Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd would have been, is still to this day the most upset.
Yeah,
most
Gorilla
upset.
Grodd.
He doesn't get it.
It's a human child. Why should I care?
But I think Kongorilla would have understood.
I think Super Monkey is
I had
like
to go there, Ed. You had to.
Kongorilla. All right. Was that Shazam character?
No, he's a DC character.
Oh,
What about
okay.
Bat Chimp? What does Bat Chimp say?
Yeah, Super Monkey.
There
So-
has to be, right?
What is your
There will be if there hasn't been.
I'm surprised. Back in the
They're
50s.
gonna name it after the one that just got killed.
He eats bat nanas.
Show's over. Fucking show's done. We're packing it up. That's it. Right now we're done. Okay.
Wait.
Self-inflicted.
I do appreciate your self-acknowledgement.
Yeah, he's
Failure there.
self-inflicting of that tune. All right. Ed actually getting an honest cornball-based chuckle out of that. Like, it was so bad, it's funny. I get you. All right.
So sometimes saying a bad joke is
No,
kind of
no,
like
no,
it's kind
it
of
is.
like
It's all in the
taking
sale.
a bullet.
I don't know if Ed's laughing more at the joke or if it was like the 2 seconds.
Or if he knows
silence
something about
of, like,
DC and he's like, no, they did Bat Nanas, and no, they did Bat Monkey.
No, it's Bob.
It's just Bob.
Stupid.
All right. So
This is
what
turning
is
into Z Morning Zoo, I think.
a little bit. So what is your favorite barbecue food? Barbecues. We're leading into the barbecues question.
Barbecued bat nanas.
Barbecued Bat Nanas from Bob.
I'm gonna go with just a classic cheeseburger right off the
A good
go.
big cheeseburger. I like a nice burnt hot dog. I like my hot dogs burnt to fuck,
Yes.
where most people like throw that out.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, over here. Toss it over here. Bread, maybe, if you have it. Like,
Yeah, I'm that way too with the
Yeah,
hot dogs.
burnt hot dogs, man.
Blacken them.
Oh,
Do you toast your buns?
Yeah, I do.
I've been known to toast them. My buns. Yeah, sometimes. I feel like sometimes that's a hit or a miss because then it gets a little too toasty and it turns into a crumbly fucking mess. And it's like now half of it's just falling off. But anyway.
Yeah. See, off the grill, I like cheeseburgers, but like straight up barbecue, baby back ribs. If you can find them. If you can find them. There you go. There's this one place in Brooklyn.
No, here we go. Everybody in New York. Everybody in New York. I got a guy. Everyone's doing Vic the Potato.
My cousin Frankie's cousin.
Listen, let me tell you something. Right
These
now.
are fresh from the back of a baby.
Well, you tell me where you get yours, and then I will wait to school you and tell you where I get mine. That's the thing. I don't. Guys do that. Oh no. Tell me where you get yours first.
It's daily though.
You know, so yeah, so
it happens every day in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not talking cook. I'm not.
Oh, you sell parts. Well, this is where you get your parts.
Where do you get yours from?
In New York, it could come down to anything.
Yeah.
You know, I get my Henry's hard soda at fucking Stop and Shop on Richmond Avenue. Where do you get yours?
How much you pay for it over there? Oh,
I pay $7.99.
I pay fucking $5.99. No matter what you were gonna say, he's paying $2 less. Like, you know what I mean? No matter what you say, I got it less. I got it for less. My guy hooks me up. He's a good guy.
You don't know Frank?
Why? Who's your chiropractor? Who you go to? Who cracks you up? No, I'm kidding.
My doctor's Vinny Gumbats.
Oh, so seriously now, Ed, you were telling a story or some shit?
No, I was saying there's a bar in Brooklyn named Skinflints that
no, I didn't think you were going to go back to that.
Greatest baby back ribs ever.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Daddy-O's.
Called Skinflints?
Yes.
And that's a derogatory term, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Or like
skin flute is the derogatory
skin flute? No, skin flute is a penis. A skinflint, I think, means like
cheapskate.
A cheapskate, right. It's like an old school. Yeah, skinflint. That's what I think, buddy. That's what I think. You're gutter snipe, my friend. We don't like people like you.
I just know someone took me there, and it was amazing.
And it was amazos. All right. I don't believe you, but no, I'm kidding. Okay.
I don't believe you because Daddy-O's is better.
So, at a barbecue, do you usually man the grill or eat the food? At the barbecues I go to, usually not, but I have been known to barbecue for a friend of mine for his backyard parties a couple years in a row. And that was always fun to just work a grill for like 8 hours.
Yeah, I just did that.
Yeah, standing in one spot.
Oh, my God. In the sun, in front of a grill. Heat on both sides.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's why I go to other people's parties.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, that's what I do at pool parties now.
Yeah, there you go.
I work the grill.
There you go. Otherwise, you know what? My food's not going to come out the way I want it. Say, in order to get that, I got to work 8 hours in the heat, but whatever.
Just did that on Thursday.
There you go. What'd you make? Anything good? Anything crazy?
Just some ham cheeseburgers, dogs.
Ham cheeseburgers? I want one of those.
Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, dogs.
Dogs, shrimps, any swimps?
No.
A little chicken kebab.
Here's where you get Staten Island. You throw sausage burgers in there.
Oh, you get pinwheels.
From Top Tomato?
From Top Tomato? That's some local shit.
No. See, like Delfini's, but they're fucking closed.
Pastoses. You gotta go to Pastoses.
You get the raviolis over there at Forest Avenue. You go there on a Sunday when they first open. They got the fresh raviolis.
Nice.
You get the lobster raviolis to the shrimp raviolis. They're out of this free.
You're still listening to this. Your name is
the homemade sauce.
Palmer, Steph,
Brian.
Hi, Steph.
Hey, guys. Thank you for listening, the three of you. All right, so question number 5 from Stephen Irina. I have been reading Saga of the Swamp Thing from the 80s. Ooh. Have you ever heard of Floronic Man? He's a new character for me. Who? Ed, you're DC.
Yes,
deep.
I know that character. I'm trying to place him now.
But I can't either. If either one of you had a laptop open, you probably could have jumped to a fucking thing. But it's all right. We're still doing a podcast.
Mine
Whatever. So I'm guessing it's Swamp Thing from the 80s. Then it's this is probably some Alan Moore shit, right?
Oh yes.
That's got to be some Alan Moore.
Yeah, Saga of the Swamp Thing, especially.
Yeah. I don't know. Ed's working fast and furious on it here.
What's the guy's name?
No, Ed's got it. Don't worry about it, Bob. Ed's got it. Right, Ed? Tell me you got it.
Was it Moronic Man?
Floronic.
Well, that's me.
Floronic Man.
That's my wrestling name.
Also, Jason Woodrue.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, I know this guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Also, I know him as the Cedar. Which is
is that what you... Oh, so if I had said Cedar, you would have been like, oh, that's Steve Lansing, and during the reboot of 72... fuck you, Ed. You didn't know shit from shit.
Okay.
You got called out,
right,
yo.
Well, he did.
We found one DC character you didn't know.
He dates back to the 60s. It was created by Gardner Fox. And
so was Captain America, and so was, like, whoever. So was Shazam. Shazam. His name is Shazam. You know that, right?
What the fuck?
Cold death stare from Ed. His name is Captain Marvel.
Are you finished?
I just wanted to...
His name is Captain Marvel.
Thank you very much. Question number 6.
Shazam.
Do any of you own those pop figures? Which ones do you have?
I always want to buy
figure.
them, but I don't. I just can't bring myself.
Yeah,
to
I got a couple on the shelf over there, and it's like, I don't know.
I have a bunch. You have like maybe.
Oh, those
10.
PVC dolls.
Yeah. So they all, but the thing is, they all have this very distinct cartoony look where they almost all look the same. So if it's a character where it's just like their face, then it's like, 2 big black dots on a squarish kind of head. It does, and it's got a Kirk shirt. Like, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But if they got a mask or they do some kind of interesting sculpt with it, I was kind of jazzed for the Preacher ones. Because I was like, R's face might be interesting because they got an R's face. They got Tulip. These are all be coming out. Jesse and Cassidy.
If they were bobbleheads, I'd get them.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have to do multiple hair stars.
Yes, there will be multiple versions
Of
for Hair Star. Yeah.
Or
Well,
one that comes apart and puts back together.
maybe that's the way they do. Like, they do it like Mr. Potato Head. That's a good idea, Bob. You should write a fucking letter.
Right.
They do have 2 Cassidys. They got one, regular, and then they have one where it's like he's just doused in the blood, like from the plane fight. So at first it looked like they weren't going to release a Tulip because they put out 3, like this image of 3, and everyone was like, "Yo, where's Tulip? Where's Tulip?" And it was Jesse, Cassidy, and R's face. And I was like, "Yo, that's fucked up." And it turns out, well, the next 3 are exclusives to Preview's catalog, and so that's the thing. Tulip is in there, and a different version of Jesse and a different version of Cassidy. But the thing is that that's not how they should have released it. They should have released the first 3 of Jesse, Tulip, and Cassidy, and R's face should have been with the exclusives. R's face, bloody Cassidy, and Jesse, other version. He's got like his hands out, I think, like pray or whatever, some shit like that.
Give him big red eyes.
That's
like,
what
he's in the middle of saying the word.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for Steve and Irina. Thanks for the answers. How did you know we would answer them? Steve and Irina, or Irina and Steve, I should say. And kids, that's going to wrap us up for the emails. I want to say thanks to everybody for sending them in. That was very nice. That was very nice. You guys didn't have to do that, but you did that, and that was nice.
We appreciate it.
I don't know. What are we doing now?
I think that's about it. I think that wraps us up.
Good.
I know it kind of feels weird for you because you're not used to the
going
email thing at the back.
Well, that and not going 2 fucking full hours for a show.
Yeah, the last couple have been long.
Yeah,
See, I'm ready to remind people how to find us, but we already told them.
But we already told them, and it's like now we're going to be repeating ourselves. But we could do that. We could do that to definitely fold it out and just kind of like looking over the document as if there's something still there. There's nothing there. Like
it's like when you finish a test before everyone else in the room, and it's like, should I be done or not?
Should I get up right now? Should I not be getting up? The fact that I'm done, is that bad? Yeah. Or does that mean I did real good? Like, I can never trust
about how there's going to be new Xboxes and PS4s coming out this year for Christmas, and they're going to be like $500 and 4 times more powerful than the ones we currently have.
I think you just did, but I mean that's good. But that's good stuff. That sounds
recording?
good. Yeah, we're still on. We didn't close it up yet. So, well, that's good stuff. That's good news.
Well, I've been reading all week. It's there's going to be the new Xbox is going to have 4 times. It's going to be 4 times more powerful.
Okay.
It's going to be the same. It's going to be backwards compatible with the current one.
Oh, that's good.
So you'll still be able to buy. The games that come out for the new one will still be playable on this one. It's just you could be playing a downgraded version of like a PC game. It's gonna be more like with PC games where they're able to be played on several.
Yeah. Because now it's at a point where it's like even if you say like if a person says a downgraded version, it's like but games are just amazing now. So it's like what's a downgrade? You know what I mean? It's not really that.
Right. PlayStation, on the other hand, is coming out with a separate VR system.
Okay.
And with the Xbox, they're going to be releasing. You're going to find out everything officially on E3, but it looks like it's going to be including a VR version of the Xbox. So you'll be able to, like they did with the Kinect with the original Xbox One, where they included it in.
Okay.
They're going to be including the VR as part of the new, more powerful one.
All right.
And they're also going to be having a slimline version. So you'll have a cheaper, like $300 version that's going to be scaled down. It's going to be like the original Xbox. And then you'll have the more powerful one.
All right, cool. Hey, people, if you want to hear more video game stuff from Bob, let us know. You know what I mean? Bob plays a lot of fucking video games and shit. Maybe Maybe we could actually put him on assignment if we thought people would be interested in that.
I'm not hardcore.
Oh, I'm going to make you hardcore now. I just sold you. You're too late. You beat Bob. I want a new game review every week.
You make it sound like I'm playing online and I play Call of Duty and all this crap.
No. Well, yeah. That's true. That's true. You're not a trend jumper in a way. You're not riding all the newest games or anything like that. You kind of come and go. But, well,
Streets of Rage.
I'm just saying that like Steve and Irina, they could... Steve and Irina could always throw a video game
Streets of
question.
Rage is still popular with the debate crew.
Nice. What was the one where not Streets of Rage, but
Streets of Rage 2? That was what I remember playing with my cousin Pete when I went.
What was the one where you climbed the buildings and as
Wreck-It Ralph?
No, as like the monsters or whatever, and you had to punch the building.
That
was something Rage too, wasn't it?
Rampage.
Rampage. That was that one.
That's a Dwayne Johnson movie that'll be coming out soon.
I believe so. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I think he's playing the lizard. I think he's playing a giant lizard.
It's funny they would hire him and not Rampage Jackson.
You think there's something there?
Is he still alive, that guy? I haven't heard his name in a while.
Yeah, I think him and Action Jackson haven't had work in a while.
Yeah. Or me either. All right, kids. So thanks for listening. If you want to follow any of us, you can follow Dom Torre at Dom_Torre, Toore. You can follow Ed at Ed O'Hare.
Edward
O'Hare, TBD.
He's freaking us.
And you can follow Bob at Bob
WTPC.
WTPC. That stands for the Wicked Theory Podcast.
Yes.
And you can follow me too if you want. I'm Bill at Wicked Theory. Go to wickedtheory.com for episodes of this and for Preacher vs. Preacher. Find us on iTunes and whatnots. And thanks for listening. Check us out on Mixlr. Subscribe to that. Follow us on that, because that's how you will know that we are going live. And sometimes we are going to just go randomly live when we record. And then you can jump in the chat and hang out with us and bullshit, because that's what we do. So why shouldn't you interact with us? I think that's it, kids. Bob, take us out of here.